keeping it you. What's that you say? Keeping it.
So, what have you been up to looking so elegant?
I look elegant?
Yes. Beautiful.
But I was sitting there and I was looking at both of you and I was thinking how some women are really, and some men as well, are really walking pieces of artwork. And that you guys look like this wonderful combination of fashion sense with a sense of costume also.
Amen.
And you can be totally framed and hung on the wall, but not in a bad way. You know, and I feel like my look is like kind of like always my look. I don't go outside.
Yes, you do.
Well, that much. Not.
You're doing sparkly things.
Yeah.
Sticky thing, I really
Sparkly.
This is sparkly thing.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I got some sparkly things. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like if you have a
But I feel like you're a little, usually it's t-shirt and leather, but it's like a blazer. You're a little like, classy.
A little classy. Oh my God.
Exactly.
But when you look at photos like of me and the guys, we pretty much all line up the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's how but that's kind of like the MO.
Yeah.
Right?
We kind of stick to our MO.
Yeah, and it's not on purpose. It's just the comfortable zone.
We don't call each other up or anything. I mean,
did you get the memo?
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
When we just show up, like Joplin and I will show up with all these like little polka dot accessories, and like I've been mistaken for John.
Are you serious?
I swear. Especially from the back, like the dark hair and black jacket.
Wow, that's not a bad person to be mistaken for. John's is like the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah, there's nobody cute.
Oh my gosh, and talented.
Except like my dog. But
how old is your dog?
She's actually my daughter's dog. I borrow her. She's a rescue, so she's like around 8.
Oh.
Yeah, diva.
Good for her. My dog is 12 and a half, and he's just having a miserable time right now.
Is he really? What, is it the weather? Or just...
No, he's not well.
Oh.
And it's like, I've never gone through it like this with an animal.
Oh.
I mean, it's just like, it's 8 is still
that's
feisty.
Yeah. Very puppy-like stuff. Yeah.
So, when's your next show?
Our next show will be on Valentine's Day.
I
guess Alan and I are competing here, but there's enough people to go around for all of us.
That's right.
I'm playing Friday the 13th.
That's the usual day.
Yeah, exactly. I love Friday the 13th, and I actually got asked to play too many times on that day, and
Is this in March?
No, that's a Friday the 13th too. We are doing our Brooklyn edition at the Branded on both of those Friday the 13th. But then Friday the 13th at night, I'm playing at a place called Best Bar, which is the Old Tobacco Road. It's
the Old Tobacco Road, like in Midtown, right?
Yeah. 41st and 9th or 10th, somewhere over there.
Yeah. Well, we'll be playing for the first time at Beast of Bourbon.
Oh, it's great. It's great. We did New Year's Eve there. And
right, I was there.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Which is 710 Myrtle Avenue in Brooklyn.
It's really nice.
It's great because there's no cover. And
there's
people
food.
can order barbecue. They can order over 100 types of bourbon. And the show will be at 7:30.
She was just awesome. Here. She's great.
Yeah, and Puma, Perl, and Friends will play at 10. Followed by the Love Pirates, Angel with us right now.
Another one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what a brave battle.
Yes.
He fought. When he couldn't speak anymore, he was out there playing his harp.
Right.
Yeah. It was amazing. So. He is amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm
he's
sure.
With us now.
Yes. So the Love Pirates will follow us, and I'm sure they're going to kick ass.
Yeah. Of course.
So, and I think that'll be their first show since it's coming up.
It's very
soon, like a week.
Yeah.
A week from Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll be in Nashville.
You'll be in Nashville.
I'll be in Nashville for Valentine's Day.
Well, I'm sure there are lots of Valentines
Well,
international.
I have a yearly thing that I go to every year.
Yeah, so we get a couple of extra country boys there.
I love Nashville.
You guys
I
send
wanna
them up
go.
Why
there,
don't
right?
you come and do a Ruin Who in
I
Nashville?
want to because I have to have logistics and I have no budget at this time
Right.
for Ruin Who to travel. But hopefully, after you watch Love and Luster run this Friday night,
Yes.
there'll be
Yeah.
the budgets will be knocking on our door.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Be on tour
That's
outside the
that-
five boroughs.
That's the dream. That's the wish. You hear that? Cha-ching. Yeah.
Right.
I'll travel. Have that.
Have guitar will travel.
Yeah.
You've done it twice in London.
Three.
3 times in
Yeah.
London.
Exactly.
Okay.
London was fun. I did it once in Prague.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
We did it kind of in LA at NAM.
Kind of in LA.
Well, it wasn't like in a venue. It was more like, you know,
Oh,
NAM.
now, yeah, that's all.
So that was
Yeah.
cool.
But that's in LA.
Yeah,
It counts.
It does
yeah.
count. We did a lot of interviews there, and did one in was it Rhode Island? Providence. Oh wait,
I played in Providence.
no, Vermont, Burlington, Vermont.
Okay.
Oh,
That's where
I
it
love
was.
Vermont.
It was the other
I like
Providence.
New England, yeah.
Yeah, and so we have done them in multiple places, and yeah, we want to just keep going. Exactly, because there's fabulous people everywhere. Everywhere is fabulous people. I know. And we want to bring them to the world via the internet. Because the internet is not going anywhere.
Apparently not.
Can you imagine, though? Can you believe that we lived without the internet and, like...
And we actually, had to take tests without Googling things.
And we knew how to meet people without texting.
Life was
Like-
better.
But we can't... But we could never go back. Because now we're so used to the whole
Right.
check your email, check your texting, check your phone. Like, how in the world would you ever be able to be in a car that breaks down in the middle of somewhere? Someone told me they broke down in South Dakota and there was no signal in the phone, and they were like, they didn't know what to do. Like,
I don't understand this. Now, apparently they're stopping children learning cursive in schools.
They
Now,
don't teach it anymore.
But the thing
They
is,
don't
how
teach
are they
cursive.
going?
They don't teach
How are they
cursive.
going to?
Well, I had an awful handwriting.
Yeah,
I
How
would
are
love
they
to
going
be
to
able
learn
do
a
that.
signature when they have to sign a check or sign something?
Well, I guess you could learn to sign your name, but not.
Kids do not learn how to do script anymore.
That's
It's out of the
amazing. I did
curriculum.
not. I didn't
I
know
work
that.
with teachers and I work with kids,
Really?
so I know
Well, they don't have to tell time. They don't have to add, subtract, multiply, or do cursive. What else do they have to do?
They do computer skills. They do they do math.
They don't have to do anything anymore.
They have a lot of attention deficit. I'll tell you
And
that.
they don't have to. I remember learning. This is funny. The first person I ever wrote a letter to was Cher, right? Because you know that when you were learning to write like an envelope instead of to Mom from Carrie, I wrote to Cher, right? And I was in 3rd grade. She sent me back a picture of her and Sonny Bono and Chastity, and I was on my wall for years. So, but they don't learn. They're not learning these things because of email.
No, who
So
knows
cool.
letters?
Yeah. And it's funny, in 3rd grade, we had to write letters too.
Yeah.
And it was like that changed my life, because what my teacher did, she did 2 assignments. One, she got married that year, and our assignment was writing our own wedding invitation to her wedding, and she invited us all to the ceremony.
Oh, good.
Because we invited ourselves to her wedding. She was Miss Debovic, and she turned into Mrs. Siapa. She wore mini skirts like this. She had blonde hair. She was my favorite teacher. And then we had to, you remember, like, there was always like 30 kids in the classroom.
Yeah.
One teacher. It was fine, right? So she had a hat, and everyone had to pick a state out of the hat.
Okay.
And then, because there's 50 states, a couple of people had to pick 2 states. And I got Alaska and Nebraska. And I thought that was so cool.
Because they rhyme.
Alaska, Nebraska.
Yeah. So the ones that got 2, everyone had to write to their state, the government department, and then see what you got back. And whatever you got back, you could, if you had 2, you got to pick which state you would write about. And everyone had to write like about their state. Nebraska sent me all this stuff, and they told me about Johnny Carson, and that was when I freaking flipped and fell in love with Johnny Carson when I was in 3rd grade. I wanted to be the best jack player so I could get on the Tonight Show. I would practice jacks in my bathroom for never stop. I was so good at jacks, but I never knew how to tell them.
Could you not do anything like a report about Bruce Springsteen's album? Was that out yet?
No. But Nebraska began. I have all this weird stuff with Nebraska now, but it was all about writing. So when did you learn script in 3rd grade? Do you remember?
I don't remember what grade I was in, but in 3rd grade I do remember getting thrown out of the room because my pencil wasn't sharp enough. There was a big thing about the pencil being sharp enough, and I had to go stand in the hall. I don't know how that was going to sharpen my pencil. They were never crazy about my handwriting. I wasn't too good at cursive script. You know what I was just thinking about? There were all of these different ways that this age affects people that we take stuff for granted. We don't even realize it. Because I'm doing this article, as I write for the literature as well, so I'm doing this article on the slam scene, which is basically among younger people. And so I've been going to Urbana Slam and learning the ins and outs and intricacies. It's like following rounds of basketball, to get to the finals and to go to the nationals.
Wow.
And it was very intricate. And somebody pointed out to me last night that not only are kids becoming aware of poetry because slam is so oriented towards people who are younger, but it's that everyone's on YouTube.
Right.
Everyone's a star. When we were kids, we thought something like poetry was cool. We were taught, to memorize trees or something, or plants in the field, death. Make me memorize death. Invictus, So of course we grew up thinking we don't want that, but now kids are watching this.
Right.
YouTube's and have a whole other introduction to the art.
But that's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool. That's really cool.
But the fact that they're watching it, maybe not interacting, maybe not cool.
But
that is how they interact.
No, see, I actually wanted to bring this up because you were going to be on it, and you are a poet. There's this website called the Hanson Foundation, founded by Thomas Hanson. Now, as we've had musicians, we've had writers, we've had Marilyn with the library. This is an actual interactive website because it's got they've got essays and master classes, poets like Walt Whitman, poems turned into song. What else have they got? They've got the Song of America project and all these different things. So all the poetry, and you can watch this, and there's all not master classes.
What is it called?
It's called the Hanson Foundation. And you can actually watch and get involved in all of the master classes.
The new thing is the master class.
Yeah.
Everything's a master class now.
We have to have mastery.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's not like S&M stuff, right? That's just mastery.
Right, yeah. Everything is the master class now. When did that start? 5 minutes ago?
I don't know.
It used to just be a workshop.
A workshop, yes,
right?
Workshop.
Now it's the master class.
And when did you have to submit work to be in a workshop? If you want to be in a workshop,
you just
because
go.
you want to learn stuff, right?
Yeah, I know. But now it has to be the best.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, you're the master poet. I know that.
Oh, I am a master?
You are a master. Hell yeah. You are a master. Yeah, totally. So it is National Homemade Soup Day or National Stuffed Mushroom
Did you make
Day?
that soup?
I did. I heated it up.
I don't think it's so hot.
It's not hot anymore.
No.
Would you like
I'm sure it's delicious. Actually, I had a mushroom omelet today, so I'll just take a root beer.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. That's always the answer when you
Yeah.
don't want chicken soup or mushrooms.
There you go.
Although the mushrooms would probably be good in the
They
chicken soup.
probably would. You're more than welcome to try it. So, any good skeletons rattling around from your memory or your last couple of months?
I'm giving you the best skeletons on the show.
That
You
one,
know,
that car
I
chase
have.
one.
Wait,
That
wait,
was
wait,
a car
wait.
chase.
Can it be a repeat? I haven't heard the part.
I've given her getting arrested twice in the same day. I mean, yeah, really. I mean, how
You're a master.
I want to hear skeletons like mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like shoplifting. Because what was shoplifting? I mean, that's how I lived. I stole.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah, I mean, you know what? I'll give you a reverse skill.
Okay, how's that? Yeah.
All right. Marilyn Monroe was, you know, was the one who originally contacted me to come on the show with Carrie and I, because we both really have like a love of books and reading. So my skeleton is what a nerd I really am behind the car chases and the arrests and the drugs and the rock and roll and then, you know, a little bit of this and that. Yeah. Because like, I remember when I was a kid growing up in Gravesend, Brooklyn, which probably hasn't changed much. You know, you worked on cars, and people went to the city, which they called New York. You thought who the hell you were, you know that kind of thing. So I used to sneak to the library and like hide books because I didn't want anyone to know that I would really rather be upstairs.
Oh my God,
reading a
you
book.
a sneaky geek.
Yeah, then out there like trying to be some tough. Well, I didn't say smoking. I like smoking cigarettes. I like smoking cigarettes and reading books.
Yeah.
And still today, on any given night, I might prefer to be home reading a book.
What book
That's
are
my
you reading now?
skeleton. I just finished the Stephen King book Revival, and I'm usually reading like a few at once.
Right.
So, like, I have an old Vonnegut sitting there, and I'm reading a book of short stories from a book called Normal, because with the, you know, the ADD short stories help.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good for you, Puma. Good for you.
So
So,
that's my
so
skeleton.
Valentine's Day is your next show, and the website you want people to find you at?
Oh, look at this. I finally have a business card after all
Oh,
these years.
Yeah.
I know. Aren't they
Beautiful. Look
adorable?
at you. These are too cute.
You can get like 5. There you go. You can get like all the different photos you want. I'm like so excited about these.
Look at that. I want to bring that.
That's my website on it.
PumaPearl.blogspot.com.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
this is too cute.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So would you like to push a button? That's a good one. So I need to do some thank yous. Is there anything else you need to
Yeah,
say?
I would actually
Do it
like
now.
to say, because I am going to Nashville. Now, every year I go for Love is Death, Anna and Michael Webb, and the address it's on Valentine's Day, and it is free admission, 8 p.m., 2106 8th Avenue South. That's every year. Also in Nashville this year, if you are going to be around, there are some concerts with the Nashville Symphony, Thomas Hampson, March 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Nice. So I want to thank you, Carrie Bell, for coming all the way from London to
Carrie,
WhO.
Carrie.
Yes, it's always a pleasure. I want to thank Marilyn Monroe and Jimmy Guns and Snake Monsters, Fifth Nation, Alan Merrill, yes, Stacey London, Love Lust or Run. Be sure to watch it this Friday night. I have to watch it blind with all of you. Oh my gosh. And Puma Pearl. And Jonathan, sitting behind the scenes, thank you so much for making it work out. Yay, Jonathan.
Lo
And
Salento.
Otto Shrunken Head, we love you madly. Next week, we will be back here, and then Friday at the Brandon Saloon. Have a wonderful week. Happy February.
Keeping it rude.